Hello, in this video we will solve question number 5 of first test document. So in this, the question given to us is for each of these string determine whether it is generated by a grammar given for a postfix notation. If it is, find the steps used to generate the string. So we are given 5 strings and we have to check if these strings can be generated with the postfix notation grammar protection rules, and if they are, we have to find the steps to generate them. So I have written the postfix grammar here, and based on this we will generate these expressions or these strings. First string given to us is ABC star plus. So first we start with the start symbol is our expression. You can see in our postfix grammar. It can be replaced with a term and add operator. So we replace expression with a term add operator, and then we will replace first term with a factor, and that factor can be replaced with an identifier, and that identifier will be replaced with a as the first letter in the string. Then the second term we replace it with a factor multiply operator based on the rule 2. Based on rule 2, as we can replace term with factor multiply operator. So then these two factors are also will replace with identifiers, as we need B and C also. So these factors are then replaced with identifier, and identifier are then replaced with B and C. And then we have a multiply operator to require multiply operator. This multiply operator will be replaced with a multiply, and our add operator will be replaced with plus sign by rule 4th and 5th. So it can be generated, and it is a valid string postfix notation. The second string we were given is x, y plus plus. As we can see, there are equal number of operands and operators. In any postfix notation or infix notation, we always have one more operand than we have operators. Therefore, we cannot generate this string as they have equal number of operand and operators. The next string we have is x, y minus z star. So in this, first we start with expression and we replace it with a term by rule number 1. Then we replace this term with factor multiply operator by using rule number 2. Then as we required x, y and minus, we replace the factor with expression by rule number 3. And the factor will be replaced with expression. This factor will remain as factor multiply operator. Then we replace this expression with term add operator by applying rule number 1 again. Then this term will be replaced with factor, and factor will replace with identifier. Here identifier will come, and then x will come, and again after factor this is also replaced factor. This factor is also replaced by identifier, and with y as we required x and y. And this add operator is replaced with a minus sign, which gives the third character of the string. Now we want z and star. So we have our factor and multiply operator from previous. This factor will be replaced by identifier, and identifier will be replaced with z. And the last multiply operator non-terminal will be replaced with multiply. So we get this string. So it is a valid postfix string as we have generated it from our grammar. The fourth string we are given is x, w, x, y, z minus star divide. So first we start with expression. Then we replace the expression with term by applying rule 1. Then we replace term with factor multiply operator. Factor multiply operator. Then this factor will be changed its identifier as we require the first letter w. Then identifier will be replaced with w. So we get the first letter. first character of our string. Now as we replace with factor, this factor will be replaced with expression as we required more characters. Then this expression will be replaced with term again, and this term will again replace with factor multiply operator by applying rule number 2. And as we the next character required is x, so this factor will be replaced with identifier, and identifier will be replaced with x. And then the second factor will be replaced again with expression as we required more y and z also. The factor is replaced with expression. Expression will be replaced with term add operator by applying rule number 1. Then again we required y and z, so term will be replaced with factor will be replaced with identifier, and identifier will be replaced with y accordingly. Similarly the z will be also obtained, and the add operator will then be replaced with minus sign as we required the fifth character is our minus sign. Then sixth character is multiply, so this multiply operator will be replaced with multiply, and this multiply operator will be replaced with divide. So we get our string. So it is also a valid string. So the last one we are given is ADE minus star. So the expression, so we start with the expression. We replace this expression with term factor. We replace with term. Then this term will be replaced with factor multiply operator. Then as we require the first character a, we replace our first factor with identifier and then a accordingly. Then we require d and e. We require two more characters identifiers, so we have to change the second factor to expression again, and this expression will then change to term and add operator, which will also provide us the minus sign we require. So then the first term will be replaced with factor, and this factor will be replaced with identifier and give us the d we require. Similarly, the e will also be required by changing the second term with factor identifier and then getting the e. The add operator we get here will be replaced with minus sign, and the last character we need is multiply, which will be given to us by this multiply operator, which will be replaced to a multiply. So we get the string ADE minus star, and also this is also a valid string. Thank you.